in 2011. That's what we're talking about. We're living in heaven in 2011. Now, I've been in these teachings for a few years. And one of the things I've realized from being in the teachings and having taught the teachings, but also from having lived the teachings, tried to live the teaching, is that a lot of it depends on the work that I put into it. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Because I've sat in seats just like you and listened to ministers, listened to Eric Butterworth and Reverend Johnny Coleman and ministers from all over, Mary Tumpkin and ministers from all over, Eric Pace and Stuart Grayson and on. I realized that merely listening to them, merely being in their presence, as great as it may have been and as good as I felt at the time, that in addition to being in their presence, listening to them, there was work that I had to do. And if I did not do the work, then guess what? I would not receive the benefits and the blessings that they spoke of. My friends, the same is true today. We are talking about living in heaven in 2011. What does that mean? Well, we started really a long time ago, but during this holy season, we started with Christmas and the birth of the Christ, or I should say the realization of the Christ spirit that is within each and every single one of us. Because that spirit, that presence was always there. It's a matter of us realizing that it's there, realizing what it is, and realizing how we can utilize it to improve our life's situation, to change our life's situation. My friends, when we speak about the birth of the Christ or the realization of the Christ, we are really talking about the realization that we can do all things. We can do all things. Now, what does that mean? Well, it sounds good. What does that mean? Well, hopefully, each of you has a list of things that you want to accomplish this year. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand. However, hopefully, each of you has made a list, whether you call them resolutions or New Year's goals, whatever term, it's okay. But hopefully, each of you has decided that there's some specific, some concrete things that you want to achieve this year in 2011. Now, when we say in 2011, some of those things you may want to achieve next month, in the spring, maybe in the summer. Some of those things you just want to achieve by the end of the year. The point is, when we speak about the realization of the Christ within us, we are speaking about the realization that those things that you have put on your list, that you can achieve that there's nothing and no one that is stopping you or can stop you or will stop you from achieving and manifesting those things. My friends, we have to start there. That Christ is the pattern of perfection. In our daily word for today, it says, this is the truth of my being, the blueprint of perfection. Blueprint is the same as pattern of perfection. My friends, I start out by talking about the work that each of us needs to do to manifest the dreams and goals and aspirations that we say we want to achieve this year and in this life, period. Well, guess what, my friends? Part of that entails doing some work. What does that work entail? We read our daily inspiration, hopefully, daily word, hopefully, every day. Well, guess what? I'm sure that there are some of these meditations and affirmations for each day that resonates with you. If there are any of these, or it could just be a sentence, or could just be an idea in here that resonates with you, well, guess what, my friends? Hold on to that. Work with that concept. Work with that idea. Just because the next day comes and there's another reading, that doesn't mean that you should just put aside the reading from yesterday or from last week. And when we talk about this, those of you that come on Wednesdays, you know that we talk about this and the idea that we need to work with these, the ones that resonate with us, and work with them continually. That I am created in the image of wholeness, strength, and vitality. That one sentence from today's daily word, each of us should work with that. Wholeness, strength, vitality. My friends, if you work with that, then you will be doing some of the work, some of the necessary work to achieve your dreams and your goals and your aspirations and your desires. My friends, part of the teachings, and I go back to Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, and I go back to the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman, who was my teacher, and the person that ordained me. Part of the teachings say and indicate and show that each of us can manifest all of our dreams, goals, and aspirations. So the idea is, my purpose for being here, the purpose for this ministry, is to help each of you to achieve your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations, whatever they may be. That's why we pray over your letters to God during every service, and we pray over your prayer requests during every service, so that the energy, the spiritual energy, continues to flow and is energized by our consciousness. So we had we spoke about it, we learned about the birth of the Christ and the realization of that presence within us that can do all things, that has no limitation. And then we moved forward, and last Sunday, what did we do last Sunday during our Burning Bowl service? We released, didn't we? We released, and we burned up, and we got rid of, and we surrendered those things that are have no longer any purpose in our life and affairs. Some of those things never had any purpose in our life, world, and affairs, but they were within us anyway, and they were holding us back. So we released them. We let them go. It's another part of the process, my friends. And this entire journey, this spiritual journey, is a process. We spoke about forgiveness.